Hi, as I told to a friend of mine, I don't have a lot to share, but I have a lot of stories. And in this set of videos, I'm only trying to share my stories. I have had an aneurysm blast on 19th of October 2022. On that day evening, I basically started having a very strange headache. And first time in my life, I said that this is different. Please call an emergency. It seems I did a lot of vomiting that day as well. So my husband called, and initially those people had a very relaxed attitude. And but when they scanned my brain and when they came to know how serious this was, they literally saved my life. It is absolutely fine if you don't know what aneurysm blast means. I myself didn't know. And like anything else that I don't know, I searched on internet and I read on the internet. We basically all have an artery connecting all our parts of our body to brain, and when you have a bulge of blood in that artery, then it is called an aneurysm, the brain aneurysm. So basically you can have that bulge of blood in any artery connecting from anywhere to anywhere. But if you have that bulge of blood in that particular artery, then it is called the brain aneurysm. So I had a brain aneurysm. For most of us, that bulge of blood, it decides to stay like this for our lifetime, you know. But in my case, when I was 42 years old, it decided to burst. And then normally after that you have a brain hemorrhage after that, which I also had. And then it is called aneurysm burst. Most of the people do not survive after this, but today I'm here in front of you, and I'm standing without any support, without anything else. In fact, a physiotherapist from the Center for Skill had actually asked me, what did you actually do? How did you survive? And I basically don't remember anything. So I just clearly told him that I don't remember anything, but I'm here for some people. There are people out there who really wanted me to live, who really prayed for me, and I'm here, and I'm proudly saying this. I'm here for them. I was actually lying on a hospital bed, and today I'm standing without any support. And it's basically because of those people. This incredible journey that I had from the hospital bed to standing on my own, it is all because of them. The purpose of this set of videos is very simple. Is basically I want people to be more aware of the brain injuries. It is a serious matter, but it is not as serious as we think of it. We just think that it is serious because we do not know much about that, and it's absolutely normal. It should basically not happen to anyone, okay, not even to my worst enemy. But if it happens, it is good to be prepared, and it is good to take some precautions. So what precautions you can take? You basically can decide not to smoke, not to drink, and watch your blood pressure and your cholesterol regularly. At least that much we can do. For me, this would not have happened if I was watching my blood pressure. But unfortunately, I was not watching my blood pressure, and I was not taking my blood pressure medicines. At least, yeah. It is best if you can scan your brain, and you can already know that you have a aneurysm, because you can break your aneurysm in a controlled way, in a controlled manner. In that case, I tried to read about aneurysm burst on the internet, but my conclusion is the same thing. I mean, there is a scope for a lot of research. There are a lot of things which we don't know about it. And and this is one more realization that I have had, is that no matter how much you like something, or how much you like someone doing some job, you cannot be them. You cannot do that job. No matter how much I like that there should be a research in this field, I can't do that research because I'm not a neurologist. How can one be prepared? Well, you are already preparing by watching my videos. And there is an example standing in front of you, all fine, and who survived an aneurysm burst. So just be relaxed. This is not as serious as we think. This is like any other illness that we have. It's just we are scared of it because we do not know a lot about it, and which is absolutely fine. I basically divide my life into two parts. One is the old life, that is before an aneurysm burst, and the second is the later part, basically after the aneurysm burst. There is a period of almost 1 year in between these two lives, which I don't remember anything. And many people who really care for me, they tell me that, oh, you should not think about that time. Nothing really happened in that time. But I really want to tell them that I don't even know what I should do, what efforts I should do, or what I should do, or how I should remember that period. I don't remember that period. I don't remember that period. That's it. Initially, it was a bit embarrassing for me that I don't remember anything for some time. But now I take it as a matter of fact. So how was I in my old life? I was, and I still am, a mother of 3 beautiful children. My eldest son is a 13-year-old. I'm very happy that I spent a lot of my time with him when he really needed me. Today, he sings in a choir, he plays a piano, he participates in a drama. He basically is doing everything to make me feel proud. Apart from that, I have 6-year-old twins, a girl and a boy. My daughter is an exact replica of me. So much so that if you want to know how I was when I was 6 years old, almost 6 years old, then I would say go and meet my daughter. She doesn't only look like me, but she's also as mischievous as I was back then. The boy that came with her, he is the biggest gift for me. He gives me the warmest possible hugs. He brings the widest possible smile on my face. He basically does everything. And my balance is an issue, okay? But I never fell down because my son came running to me to give me a big hug, surprisingly. I have these 3 very beautiful stories to share. Then why should I be sad? I also have a very handsome and a capable man as my husband. He's a neurologist by profession. He did his PhD from Copenhagen University, KU as we all lovingly call it, and he did a postdoc from Seattle University in USA. I myself did my master's from the Copenhagen University, and since then I'm working for Nordia. I'm currently employed at Nordia as an expert data scientist. I recently learned that. And when I read the job description for the expert data scientist, then I was really surprised. Oh my God, I used to do so much. So much so much ground I have to cover basically. How am I doing now? Well, I partly answered this question before. Apart from that, I have my job as an expert data scientist at Nordia, and I'm working very hard to maintain that status of mine. I have improved physically. I basically I have an incredible journey of traveling from the hospital bed to standing on my own today. What I really need is healing my thoughts and healing yeah, basically healing my thoughts. What I really need is a psychologist, a therapist, who I can actually go and talk to him as a friend, you know, without any filter. I can just talk to him and be sure that it will not go beyond that, beyond our conversation. For me, at least, I forgot the painful past and the worst memories. The worst thing is that, but the worst thing is that my husband remembers everything. It's I remember a friend, my husband's friend told me that this is the brain's way to handle trauma. It thinks that it's best to forget the things which you would probably not need in the future, and then it just forgets. It is very difficult to hide something, or it is basically very difficult to hide something than to share something with someone. For example, the other day there was a caretaker of Riyari and Rihan came literally running to me from inside, and she was not even letting me to stand up, because that poor lady had seen me in a worse condition, in a very worse condition. I showed him how that I can stand today without any support, but she had seen me in a worse condition, and she was not letting me stand either. She did an incredible job of hiding things from me. She did not share it with me, no matter how tempting it was. For me, at least, I forgot the most painful past of my most painful past. But worst thing is that my husband still remembers each and everything that I told that he knows. It is very difficult to hide something than to share something. For example, this caretaker of Riya and Rihan, she came running to me the other day, and she was not allowing me to even stand. She was very surprised to see me standing. That poor lady had seen me in a worse condition, and she did an incredible job of hiding things from me. I remember one day I asked my husband, "Did I ever use that wheelchair?" I was pointing at my wheelchair and saying that, and then he started laughing. It seems I spent a lot of my time on that wheelchair. I really love how my colleagues share this with me. They say they used to play with me on that wheelchair. I love you all, my colleagues. I love you all my friends. I love you all my beautiful colleagues, and I love you all my incredible relatives. What you individually have done for me, nobody else could have done. And I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.